welcome back. Nice to see you again. Today's episode I am addressing Thunderbolts Project. This is not Professor Dave style. This is more of a shout out. Thanks to this channel of yours, guys, I have a lot of confirmation to stuff that is being presented to me. Just a quick update. What is happening to me, it is, they call it channel. However, recently, a few weeks ago, I received a whole explanation how that's happening, and there is a complete science behind this. Most of my life I was trying to look for evidence and proof that this paranormal stuff and what's not, that there is some form of explanation, some kind of evidence or facts that we can prove that no one is special, that we all have those gifts. We just need to activate them in some form, one or another. And a few weeks ago, I don't know if that was accidentally or not, I was researching something about neuroplasticity, and boom, I was presented with the answer how this whole thing is happening. But stick to the I am sidetracking already to the subject of today's video. It's going to be in few parts. The next part here coming up, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more how much the people that I'm going to present to you, how much they impacted what I am doing. And the second part is going to be addressed directly to Thunderbolts Project, specifically to Michael Clarage and one of his video. Thank you. I am very honored that I am actually going to be addressing you. Then on the end of this video, please stay to the end, especially those which are connected to any one of those either Electric Universe or Thunderbolts Projects or Suspicious Observers. It doesn't matter, because I have something very important to say. Actually, something that you might be all interested, something unusual. All right, so let's go to the part of explaining or introducing some of the people that have impact on what I do, how much they contribute in evidence, the scientific part of this. What is happening to me, because for most of the time I was scared to come public, to say stuff like that. I didn't want it to be ridiculed, because I see what is happening. It's still people like me, they are being treated like folklore, some crazy guys. And I don't blame people for that, because we have, I was watching the other day a couple of channels that many of those guys are claiming that they are channeling different entities or aliens or what's not. It's just, I don't know who is writing the scripts for them. All right, anyway, so let's stick to the let's stick to the script. Some of the stuff that I am going to share with you is very personal. So Barbara Brennan, had the biggest influence on my further study into the subject of subtle energies and seeking explanation for what was happening to me. Why am I receiving those information, the channels, and what's not? And after I studied her book, The Hands of Lights, I was actually glad that she did that, because this is not only about the energies, but also explanation about the different types of people, the characters, and there is a good deal of psychology in this, which was very helpful for me. I did not really plan to share with you what I'm about to share with you, but after the hospital episode, things change, and I am receiving the channels almost daily. And now that I know what that is and what's the scientific principles behind this, it's much easier for me to understand what it is and actually handle this stuff. Because some of the things, I am not a scientist, and believe me, guys, when something like that is coming, where it I just don't know how to explain that. It is simply weird, and I cannot explain. I have no evidence whatsoever to prove or disprove, and therefore I am looking for people that could help me explain or find evidence that whatever it was presented to me is correct. All right, that was the first. The key moment was when I met Thunderbolt Projects. That changed a lot. Let's back up a little bit to that lady, Barbara Brennan. I know I have no permission from her, but I can tell you something just for your information. They call her the Great Grandmaster, so she's not just average being that is here. Sorry, Barb. All right. And then here is another one. That's the okay. I know that I can say that because Wall is not going to have a inflated ego and run around and act like a crazy guy. I am not worried about that. So the Thunderbolt Project was another part where I could finally find some form of explanation or evidence that I could work with and then further study. What I am going to show you here, the list of those people, this is only a short, tiny list of the recent years because I study a lot. I was looking for evidence everywhere. I was trying to just find some confirmation for me if whatever is being presented to me is correct. So he was one of those guys. Then we have, thanks to him, I was introduced to the work of Immanuel Velikovsky, and then I said, oh my God, this is completely changing the game, because the vision that I used to have about Earth and Sun and all the planets, it was just, they didn't make any sense to me. I was just kind of thinking that I am living, when I'm going to sleep, I am removing myself into some kind of nightmare or some world that does not really has anything to do with our world. But apparently, more and more, it's apparent that, yeah, that was correct, what I was being shown. Then we have suspicious observers. I watch the guy daily, Ben Davidson, thank you for that. He's down-to-earth scientist that is presenting, analyzing what the sun is doing. He's explaining. It's more scientific, but I understand what he's saying. Like on the beginning, the stuff that he was saying was really hard for me to grasp and understand, but the combination of explanation from Thunderbolt projects and people around that and suspicious observers, I know more and more about how the interactions, what's the influencer on weather or how the sun is behaving, and the nature as well, because that has impact on not only the weather, but it has also impact on insects or plants or humans, our behavior and everything. Then came this gentleman. He's very scientific. He's this stuff is for a real scientist, because whatever he's saying, there is a lot of stuff that I am still having trouble to understand, but yet his language is he's very nice man, that he is explaining this in very professional and at the same time for everyone, that someone that could put some effort to that can understand what the sun is and what the sun is doing. Now, there were two other people that were very essential to give me some kind of proof, evidence, some confirmation on the subject of human health, was Dr. Holland and Dr. Tennant. The heating, the voltage, the heating is voltage. You can find that video from Dr. Tennant at Thunderbolt Projects in one of their playlists. Dr. Holland was presenting his findings on TEDx. What is great about this gentleman, that his work is not recognized yet as really a key component and move a step forward into medicine like we don't know yet. But that is going to come sometimes in the near future. Another lady that is making very small steps, and she's more into electrical engineering than healing. That's Aileen McCusick. She, with her tuning forks, she's dissolving all the blockages in our aura, but she has no idea that what she does is also electrical, very electrical. At some point she is going to connect the dots, and I'm sure it's going to be all right. Here is the Michael Clarage, very simple, very down-to-earth image that he drew. Michael, thank you for that, because I was trying to explain the whole concept between the reversal and the energy that is coming from the sun towards the earth, and I just found it. So again, thank you for that. So I am going to be explaining a few things using your image here. First of all, the arrows are pointing to earth. Any solar wind, any solar CMEs or whatever heading for our earth, that brings a specific band of frequencies and sound, because after all, frequency is a sound. Not many people are using that term. They simply say it's a frequency, but it's not one type of frequencies. With that, there are coming other energies that we don't know yet, and at some point I will make a video trying to explain as much as I can whatever I know already, because there are other forms than plasma. There are other forms than magnetic field. We are just trying to scratch the surface in that, but here let's stick with this. So when something like that is coming towards the earth, this is not only the energy coming from the sun, but there is a band of energies coming towards the sun, and this is wrapping around the earth, collecting every single bit of frequency from plants, insects, humans, and is sending back to the sun. This is instantaneous process. There is no delay between that whatsoever. Now, when it arrives to the sun instantly, this is instantaneous process, analyzes every single band frequency coming from every single, including non-animated like stones, lakes, rivers, whatsoever. Then, after closely analyzing this, imagine that the sun is nothing more than a warehouse or a special center, ordering center, where it's sending back whatever is needed. So after analyzing this whole thing, sun is going to position all of the sunspots flaring in strategic points in such a way that each planet or each asteroid, whatever that is going to receive a very unique, very specific band of frequencies. That's how it works. But there is more to that, because let's say there is a demand for something that the sun cannot deliver. So here is the message that comes back to Earth. Yeah, we are temporarily out of stock, so we need to get a shipment from our other warehouse, which is Galaxy. So you need to wait for that 12,000 years. Oops, it's almost there. we are about to receive much greater package, which is coming from galaxy. Is going to be sent to the sun, and then sun is going to transform this and is going to send to Earth. Because whatever you see on this image here, the same process applies to galaxy. The relationship between sun and galaxy is the same like between sun and the Earth. Our every single celestial body is a toroid. Every single one of them, because you see the torus around the Earth. This acts like a specific design antenna which receives the signal for everyone and then transforms that information coming from the sun into specific frequencies that then are picked by humans, by plants, because every single organism on this planet is built the same way. Every planet, every star, every galaxy is, which is toroid. And inside, in the center, is like a processing point where all that band of the frequencies is being analyzed and then is being retransmitted back to every recipient with very unique frequencies, so they can pick that sound, the frequency. No other can. Here you can see the toroid around the galaxy. The galaxy is constantly communicating with every single star, every single piece of dust, the same way. And it's sending one wire is sending the frequencies and the energies, a band. I need to stress this out. This is not just one form of energy, this is a band. And sending to the celestial body, and then the other wire is bringing back the frequencies from them to be analyzed, processed, and the next time something is sent towards the celestial body is according to whatever that celestial body needs. So our polar reversal is about just that. It's not about Ice Age, is not about mass extinction. We are already divided. You can see that in regular life, daily life, that people are divided into groups of humans that have different view on the world. They behave differently. They understand this world differently. And we have the pseudoscience, where those guys, they just keep trying to push the other way. They are forming, through that behavior, we are forming specific tribes, specific villages. And it come to the point right now that the sun cannot handle the sending us the specific energies, the specific bands to support, because each one of us is being supported from the outside and from the inside, through the sun, through all the frequencies coming from Earth, from other plants, from other animals, from stones, you name it. Everything is resonating, and the collective resonating force is the supportive environment for everything in it. But we are exceeding on both ends, and sun cannot handle this anymore. Therefore, we are being divided into villages, tribes, all kinds of communities or colonies, whatever you can call this, and we are going to be placed in different conditions. For example, the people that are moving with this Thunderbolts Project or Electric Universe, the people that already understand what is happening, what's going on in the world, they are a bigger group that is going to be placed in different conditions. We are no longer going to be with others which are fanatical, which not support open-mindedness and what's not. So the whole world is going to be divided into 3 main groups and then a few subgroups. This is something that I am going to be explaining when I am going to make the video about the polar reversal and what to expect, how it's going to unfold, what to expect, how to prepare yourself and what's not. Then I will mention all those things. Now, and again here, I want to say thank you to Thunderbolt Project. I want to say thank you to Suspicious Observers, Sky Scholar, but mostly the Thunderbolt Project and the people around it for great work. Without you guys, I would not have all the evidence, all the proof, all the confirmation that the weird stuff that is happening to me is actually true and is very scientific, and there are subjects that I could not understand, and thanks to you I understand better the cosmology or the cosmic existence of humans and what's not. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Michael Clarage, for that awesome, unusual picture. This picture says more than 1,000 words, actually more than 100,000 words. It's superb, believe me. Try to sell it, auction it. This is amazing. All right, and now I am going to give you, as I promised, something really that there is a lot of suspicion, there is a lot of debating what that might be. It is this, the handbag. Believe it or not, I think I know what it is and what it's used for. I am doing this publicly, addressing Thunderbolt Project, because I know that some of those guys from there, either the followers or maybe even a member from there, is watching this. Folks, if you are interested in this, I can give you more information. I know that you may say, well, what does this guy know? He has not many followers. He is not a scientist. How can he know? What is that purse for? Turns out that yes, I think I am like 9 out of 10. I know. If you would ask me how sure you are, I would say almost 90%, and it was almost accidentally how I figured out what this bag is for. So if you want to take a crack at this, it requires electrical engineering. That's how far I can go right now. If you are interested, please send me email. I am going to keep it open for 3 weeks. If I have no response from anybody from either Electric Universe or Thunderbolt Project, I'm going to do another video explaining exactly what it is, and then most likely this is going to be something that is going to be crowdsourcing. In other words, it's going to be open for everyone, and I will give you all the details, what it is, what it's for, what are the working components, and then you can pick up from there. Okay, that's about it for today. I'm going to leave all the links to the material that I was using in today's video. The contact information you can find on my channel. Please subscribe if you didn't yet. Please like this video and check the notification bell so you will be notified when new videos are coming up. Don't be alarmed if there is no video for a week or two, because there are some things that I need to do first. And well, see you in the next video.